Boeing is making some major moves that could change the future of aviation. In this video, we're revealing the inside scoop on Boeing's latest financial strategies, massive credit deals, and why their credit ratings are on the rise again. Don't miss out on these updates. This could be a game changer for the aerospace giant. Watch now to see what Boeing has planned next. This is Pran, and let's get started on this new annual report breakdown video. Boeing is one of the world's major aerospace firms, organized around the products and services it provides. It operates in three primary segments: commercial airplanes, defense, space and security, and global services. The commercial airplane segment focuses on developing, producing, and marketing commercial jet aircraft for the airline industry worldwide. As a leading aircraft producer, Boeing offers a range of jetliners to meet the global passenger and cargo needs of airlines. Its lineup includes the 737, 767, 777, and 787 models, with ongoing development in the 777X and certain 737 derivatives. The defense, space, and security segment is involved in research, development, production, and modification of both manned and unmanned military aircraft and weapon systems, including fighter and trainer aircraft, rotorcraft, and tilt-rotor aircraft. It also handles commercial derivative aircraft, such as anti-submarine and tanker aircraft. This segment also focuses on strategic defense, intelligence systems, satellite systems, and space exploration. In the global services segment, Boeing provides a wide range of services to both commercial and defense customers around the world. These include supply chain management, engineering, maintenance, upgrades, training, spare parts, technical services, and data analytics. As of December 31st, 2023, Boeing had a total workforce of around 171,000 employees, with 14% located outside of the U.S. The workforce includes about 57,000 union members. Boeing has several major collective bargaining agreements with unions, including the International Association of Machinists and Aerospace Workers, IAM, the Society of Professional Engineering Employees in Aerospace, SBA, and the United Automobile, Aerospace, and Agricultural Implement Workers of America, UAW. To attract and retain the best talent, Boeing offers competitive benefits, such as market-competitive compensation, health care, paid time off, parental leave, retirement benefits, and skills development programs. In 2023, the company's voluntary resignation rate was about 3%, and it hired approximately 23,000 new employees, with an offer acceptance rate of 82%. Boeing encourages employee feedback through surveys at various stages of employment to ensure a positive and employee-focused culture. The company also invests in recognizing and rewarding performance through a multi-level recognition program. Boeing is a global market leader in the design, development, manufacture, sale, service, and support of commercial jetliners, military aircraft, satellites, missile defense, human spaceflight, and launch systems and services. It is one of the two major manufacturers of 100-plus seat airplanes for the worldwide commercial airline industry and one of the largest defense contractors in the U.S. While Boeing's principal operations are based in the U.S., it has expanded operations in numerous countries and relies on an extensive network of international partners, key suppliers, and subcontractors. Boeing's strategy focuses on successful execution in its core businesses: commercial airplanes, BCA, defense, space and security, BDS, and global services, BGS. BCA aims to lead the commercial aviation industry by offering airplanes and services that provide superior design, safety, quality, efficiency, and value to customers. BDS integrates its resources in defense, intelligence, communications, security, space, and services to provide capability-driven solutions at reduced costs. The BDS strategy leverages core businesses to capture key next-generation programs and expand in adjacent and international markets. BGS supports both commercial and defense sectors with innovative, comprehensive, and cost-competitive solutions. In 2023, global air traffic largely recovered to pre-pandemic levels, with domestic travel remaining the strongest and the single-aisle market following closely behind. International travel has mostly recovered, and the wide-body market continues to grow as international travel picks up. However, the transition to normal conditions in the international commercial market is progressing slowly, with China's international travel still below 2019 levels. Boeing continues to see strong global demand from airline customers. The company and its suppliers are dealing with supply chain disruptions, production quality issues, global constraints, and labor instability. These challenges, along with inflationary pressures, have negatively impacted productivity and financial results. Despite these obstacles, airline financial performance has benefited from resilient travel demand. The International Air Transport Association, ITA, predicts that the global airline industry will see profits of $23.3 billion in 2023, a significant increase from the previous year, with expectations of further growth in 2024. However, airlines still face uncertainties, such as high fuel costs and tight labor conditions, which could impact the financial viability of some carriers. Despite near-term challenges, the long-term outlook for the industry remains positive, driven by economic growth, increased global trade, and the liberalization of air traffic rights. Boeing's commercial market outlook projects a 3.5% annual growth rate for the global fleet over the next 20 years, based on long-term global GDP growth projections of 2.6% annually. Boeing's total revenues for 2023 amounted to $77,794 million, an increase of $11,186 million compared to 2022. This growth was driven by higher revenues across all three operating segments. Commercial airplanes, BCA, saw a revenue increase of $7,875 million, mainly due to higher 787 deliveries. Defense, Space, and Security, BDS, revenues rose by $1,771 million, primarily from higher revenues on fixed-price development programs. Global Services, BGS, experienced a revenue boost of $1,516 million, driven by higher commercial services revenue fueled by the market recovery across the commercial portfolio. In 2022, Boeing's revenues increased by $4,322 million compared to 2021. The growth was driven by higher revenues in BCA and BGS, although these were partially offset by a decline in BDS revenues. BCA's revenues grew by $6,312 million, primarily due to higher 737 and 787 deliveries. BGS saw an increase of $1,283 million, largely from higher commercial services volume, but was partly offset by lower government services volume. BDS revenues fell by $3,378 million, primarily due to charges on fixed-price development programs, unfavorable performance in other defense programs, and lower P-8 and weapons volume. Revenues are expected to continue to be significantly impacted by these trends moving forward. In 2023, Boeing used $2.4 billion in cash for investing activities, a significant decrease from the $4.4 billion of cash provided in 2022 and $9.3 billion in 2021. The increased use of cash in 2023 compared to 2022 was mainly due to net contributions to investments of $0.7 billion in 2023, compared to net proceeds from investments of $5.6 billion in 2022. The drop in cash inflows from 2022 to 2021 was mainly attributed to $4.2 billion of higher net proceeds from investments in 2021. Capital expenditures reached $1.5 billion in 2023, up from $1.2 billion in 2022 and $1.0 billion in 2021. Boeing expects capital expenditures to rise in 2024 compared to 2023. Regarding financing activities, Boeing used $5.5 billion in cash in 2023, up from $1.3 billion in 2022 and $5.6 billion in 2021. The $4.2 billion increase from 2022 was mainly due to higher net debt repayments in 2023. Debt repayments, net of new borrowings, amounted to $5.1 billion in 2023, compared to $1.3 billion in 2022 and $5.6 billion in 2021. As of December 31st, 2023, Boeing's total debt balance was $52.3 billion, down from $57.0 billion in 2022. Short-term debt remained at $5.2 billion for both years. Boeing also had 1.7 million, 0.2 million, and 0.3 million shares transferred to them from employee tax withholdings in 2023, 2022, and 2021, respectively. The increase in 2023 was mainly due to the vesting of a one-time RSU grant awarded to most employees in December 2020. In the third quarter of 2023, Boeing entered into two new revolving credit agreements, a $3.0 billion 5-year agreement expiring in August 2028, and a $0.8 billion 364-day agreement expiring in August 2024, with an option to extend until August 2025. In addition, Boeing has legacy credit agreements that remain in effect, including a $3.0 billion 3-year revolving credit expiring in August 2025 and a $3.2 billion 5-year revolving credit expiring in October 2024. These credit lines are mainly undrawn and serve as backup liquidity for corporate borrowing needs. Boeing's credit ratings were downgraded in 2020 but remained unchanged as of December 31st, 2023. However, during the fourth quarter of 2023, Fitch upgraded Boeing's credit rating outlook from stable to positive, citing factors like declining inventory levels, improved production and delivery profiles, a growing backlog, and forecasted positive free cash flow. Similarly, in the third quarter of 2023, S&P upgraded Boeing's credit rating outlook from negative to stable, mainly driven by improving deliveries and increased production. Moody's also upgraded its outlook from negative to stable in the first quarter of 2023 due to improvements in operating cash flow and a reduction in aircraft inventory. Boeing expects to access capital markets when necessary to fund operations, repay debt, or meet other business needs. However, several factors could raise borrowing costs and make it harder for Boeing to access capital markets, including disruptions in the global capital markets, declines in financial performance, credit rating downgrades, or reduced demand for products and services. These risks would become more pronounced if Boeing faces further credit rating downgrades, such as the ones in 2020, potentially impacting its ability to fund operations and meet financial obligations. Boeing was in compliance with the covenants for its debt and credit facilities as of December 31st, 2023. The most restrictive covenants include limits on mortgage debt and sale and leaseback transactions as a percentage of consolidated net tangible assets and limitations on consolidated debt as a percentage of total capital. Thank you all for watching until the end. I'm Pran, and I really appreciated this time we spent together. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more insights. At SASAL Inc., we're a strategy consulting firm dedicated to helping businesses grow with expert guidance. Whether you need strategic advice, marketing insights, or support from our experienced business counselors, we've got you covered. Discover our counselor service and all our services on our website. Join us on LinkedIn and all of our socials at SASAL Inc. to stay updated, and consider becoming a member of our channel for exclusive access to the SASAL Business Avenue, a space where you can promote your business and connect with like-minded professionals, as well as the possibility to get cash back from our numerous partners. We post daily, so make sure to stay tuned. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.